Hey, welcome back to Region Zen, everyone. I am the host of the channel Zen Rider, and on the docket for today is the continuation of our base build on the Class D planet in Planetbase. First things first, I just wanted to say I appreciate you guys joining me on this little adventure. I know there's a lot of different things you could be doing or watching, and I appreciate you spending your time here with me. It means a lot to me. As a reward, I got a good one on tap here for you. We're going to work on finishing up the basics of our base and getting this hexagon in place. We'll try to expand the colony a little bit, bring in some more settlers, and mainly focus on making money through exports so we can afford to buy the tech for our massive storage. So when we left off last time, we were short on metal. You're always short on something in this game, it seems like. Either plastics or metals, But we were starting the manufacturing process. We have some ore here in place that we got from the mine. Metal's being manufactured. Here comes our bot bringing it outside, bringing it over here to build our medical lab. After we finish the medical lab, we will then focus on finishing this factory up. After the factory, I'm thinking we will build a little landing pad over here and start prepping to export ore to make money for the massive storage, for the tech for the massive storage. With the landing pad in place, those ships will come, and hopefully as we get our money piled up, one of them will have a massive storage so we don't have to wait around forever for it. Status for everything's looking good here. The status of our plants is all right. Our biologists are keeping up. Guys are working, producing the stuff. No need to mess around. Let's just speed things up. Now we still have a little bit of food left out here. Some pasta meals. We have some spares, some medical kits, a few things of plastic. And in our meal maker, which is over here, we should have some pasta. Yep, we're making it because we have the plants and the tomatoes. Or the wheat and the tomatoes. Sorry, it's been a long day. Everyone is still sporting Z's. That's because, as you learned in the previous episode, their welfare, they're getting a good night's sleep is not my highest priority. We have not built a dorm yet, and it is not anywhere close on the list. It's still a ways away. They will be sleeping on the floor for a while. But that's how we roll. We will trudge through it. Taking a meal break here. I'm not paying them to sit around and eat and watch TV. Actually, I guess I'm not paying them at all. Their reward is survival. Survival on a foreign planet. You ever think about colonizing Mars? Like, what's really the point? Like, once you study the soil and you know what kind of the geology of the planet, is there really a point to living on it? Like those guys that volunteer for that first trip over there. You know, the probability is high they're not coming home. They're probably gonna die there. That's not for me. Anyway, oh, look at, he's passed out on the floor. Oh, there's two of them right there. They're making love. Whoa. They're either making love or they were passed out from drugs and alcohol. Maybe time to submit to a UA. And we are trudging right along here. One more metal and we got our sick bay in place. Oh, did you see the meteor? The game's always trying to kill you. That beeping sound represents us using power from our power collector. Because there's not enough wind going right now to get this thing swinging fast enough to generate the power to keep up with what we're using. But that's okay, that's why we have a battery in place. And it's almost daytime again. And look at that. Sick bay is built. We're kicking this metal out now. Here comes more even. Well, now that this is built, I like to drop 2 cabinets in here. One right there. And one right there. And we'll put a bed there. And one more right here. Perfect. How much plastic do we have? Not a lot. 2 more. We can polish this off in a little bit. No rush. 2 beds will be fine for now. Eventually, I like cabinet, bed, cabinet, bed, cabinet, bed. If we can get 4 cabinets in there, we can get all of the medical kits from the outside into storage. And the cool thing about these is then the medical kits don't take up space in your storage unit. Especially for those of you who like to build the smaller storage units at the beginning, you can save some space by building these. And we got one in there already. Oh, that one's filled up. You guys are working hard. Don't tell them I said that though, because there are no raises. We will not be adjusting their income. Their income is fucking food. Be happy with that. And a TV. I gave you a fucking TV. Oh man, look at this. They're kicking ass now. We only need 2 more and the factory's done. We will put priority there. And we're going to drop, outside landing pad. We will continue the tradition of our triangles to create that redundancy we talked about earlier. And there, I fucked it up. Now I fixed it. Moving right along. Once we get this up, we can probably start thinking about bringing some more people in. I'm thinking the first person we'll bring in will be a biologist, then some workers, and followed by an engineer. Engineers will run the machines in here, and eventually we will have the spares workshop and the circuit board creating machine. I forgot what it's called, or the technical term for it, or the game's term for it. But with those, we need those to build the robots. And along with building the robots, we can build the repair bays to fix these guys as they start to break down. Whoa. We are starting to stockpile some food too. This is good. Without having the storage, we're able to stockpile some extra food in the biodome if you have room for it, but not metal and plastic. You can only have the one metal or one plastic that has been converted in your machine. Or I guess I lied to you. Bad habit. We can have 3. So if we take one plastic out of here, we'll have one empty spot to bring a starch in from the wheat, to create another one. So, but you can only have 3 at a time. These 3 in here also cannot be used for trade in the trading ship. So when that ship comes, you can't offload these, unfortunately. You can only offload stuff from storage. So that's why before I can build that massive storage, I don't like to build a storage. I'll just use the stockpiled ore from the mine and use that to get my money. Yeah, it's a little bit more complicated, I know. But I haven't found a solution to get around dropping like if I drop a large storage in here now, when it comes time to build my massive storage, when I delete it, all that stuff sits out there, and I don't know a solution to get all my workers to move it out of the way so I can plop my massive there. I suppose I could build another storage off to the side temporarily and have them move it there, but that just seems, it just seems easier to do it this way. You know, on the harder levels, it may be worth doing it that way if I want to get my perfect hexagon and be all OCD about it. But I guess that's a thought that I can continue on another day when I'm working on a harder level. We gotta be getting close here. 2 left still. Yeah, when we get the landing pad built, maybe I'll bring in a worker first before I bring in a biologist, just so we can speed up this mine production a little bit. Ooh, it is our first sandstorm. To be perfectly honest with you, these sandstorms is really nothing to worry about. These guys are going to lose a little bit of health, if that, and it won't even require a medical kit to heal them. They'll just walk right in there, they'll lay down in a bed, heal themselves, no big deal. Now on the harder levels with the blizzard, you do need to worry about that a little bit. You do need to get a command center in place so that you can send a yellow alert and that calls everybody in. Speaking of which, I realized I lied to you guys last time when I was talking about my placement. I like to bring my control center off of here and my robotics lab over here. I think I had said the opposite last time, but now I fixed that. I gotta stop lying. It's such a horrible habit. I guess I'm just a bullshit artist. It slowed down my speed when the sandstorm started. I've even had guys walk all the way from the airlock to way out in this way, out this far, I mean, during the sandstorm, and by the time they walked all the way back, they still had well over half their health left. It's almost like they stopped producing metal on me here. Oh, here comes one finally. That sounded close. Where did it hit? Oh well. Telling you, this game has it out for you. Serial killer just trying to take out everything and all your guys. See? Look at that. Holy crap. The fucking crater is bigger than the building. To be kind of honest here, wouldn't a meteor this size hitting this close, wouldn't that be like a nuclear explosion that would just wipe out this entire area? If any of you guys have like physics degree or are knowledgeable in that field. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. I don't know. But it just seems like if a meteor hit that close, it would just devastate everything. I suppose, though, it is just a game. But one of the things I like about this game is the realism. Like I said, this game's always trying to kill you. If you colonize another planet, yo, that's life and death shit right there. So when they do something kind of like that, where a meteor hits literally feet from a building and it leaves a crater the size of the building, oh well. Something for the developers to note. Also, good God, we've had like 4 meteor strikes just since it turned evening. Do meteors really crash down that often? Things that make you go, How are we doing on the food machine? Look at that, creating pasta. All right. No fork disease. Another one right there. Eventually, we are going to need to get some telescopes and anti-meteor lasers set up so we can not have to worry about those. Because I tell you, I've had them hit. I've had them hit right on my biodome and kill all of my biologists. One meteor, boom. And once they're gone, I mean, you're kind of fucked unless you have this set up. And you can get new biologists really fast. Because I wouldn't be able to get biologists right now because I don't have a dorm in place yet. Before I can bring people in, I'll probably need a dorm. We can try it, but a lot of times the game kind of, they want you to have, where is it? It's in here, I think. Oh yeah, it's welfare, the status. Or the status of your welfare. I guess that we're excellent right now though, so we could bring some more guys in. This, you'll notice, I think this will start to go down if we don't have enough food or we don't have enough oxygen. Because oxygen is not going to be a factor because we have a big generator. I think this supports 30 people. But anyway, all right, our factory's up. I suppose that's been up for a few minutes now. So we will get our spares workshop set up right there. And we'll put a semiconductor foundry. That's what they call it. We will put that right there. I think these each require a metal. Yeah, a metal and plastic. Those will take a moment to build. Not super high priority on getting that because we still have quite a few out here still. But moving right along, we are making progress. In fact, this is even getting close. 3 left. Was that another meteor strike? Yeah, I saw pebbles right there. I don't see where it landed. Oh, there it is. See it tucked right there? Ah, keen eye. There goes the spare. The spares are used, in case you don't know, they are used to keep the condition of your power generating thing. I think the only items that use it are the solar panels and the wind turbines. But these will deteriorate, see? And then they'll bring these out once they get around here. You can run them to about halfway if you're out of spares before it really starts to affect the power amount generated by that particular item. But once it hits, once they hit below there, you're kind of in some trouble. It can be a game over type of deal if you're not prepared for it. If you don't have extra spares, that's why I just can't stress enough, having spares in the sick bay or factory and the sick bay in place so you can create the medical kits and the spares. It's important. It can be a game over type of situation. And you don't want to spend a bunch of time playing this game only to have it end on you for something stupid like that, for not paying attention. Good deal. Everybody's just crashed out. Oh, we're totally full there. In fact, let's close the mine for a minute. Whoops. And just force them to create plastic and metal. And we could probably create the next part of our base. We're going to bring... First we need to get our placeholder in there. Check our connections. Probably wondering why I check the connections like that. It is because sometimes the game gets high, and it, even though it'll show you the green line when you drop it in there, it won't connect after you do it. So I always double check, because there's nothing more frustrating than getting all this built and then finding that you're off somewhere. And that's happened to me once or twice. And I'm going to put the... Yeah, we'll do the multi-dome. I know I said control center and bar, but I changed my mind. We're going to put the multi-dome right. Oops, make sure it's large. I almost screwed up. Yep. We'll put it right here. Boom! And then we have one more we can put right here. We'll put the robotics lab. That's what I'm thinking. Right, like that. Connect those up. We will delete this because we don't need it right now. And look at that. Sexy ass hexagon. We have to leave this area open so they can get in and out of here to build the storage eventually. And also, when we do build the storage, I'll just mention this now. I'll mention it again later, but you have to build the connections one at a time, because these guys are stupid and they will build themselves inside the triangle and they can't get out and they'll get stuck. Look at that, we have a landing pad set up. Close that for now. Actually, we don't want it closed, do we? But we do want to change what can land. Right now we will turn on, I said workers and biologists. So we'll do a 50-50 split. Hopefully the game gives us one of each. That would be the shit. Sometimes this game's stupid though, and they'll give you 3. You'll say 50-50 and they'll give you 3 biologists and no workers. But look at that, we got to expand it a little bit. We got to expand our colony a little bit. We got our base on the way to being finished. Resources are flooding in. Life is good. And with that, we should probably wrap this episode up. As always, I appreciate you guys stopping by, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. You can always check me on the web at my website, regionzen.com. I got all my social media info there and a blog where I give out tips and tricks for all the games I play on the YouTube channel and on Twitch. I have all my coverage consolidated by the game title, so it's nice and easy to browse through. Go and check it out. Anyway, save the game. Until next time, my friends, stay out of trouble.